So taxed today, fighting multiple fires. We've seen a car that burned by the Santa Monica courthouse not too long ago. And we hope that they're able to get to this location quickly to prevent this from becoming a bigger fire. Leo Terrell, who has been joining us throughout the day, civil rights attorney. The chaos continues, and I've been hearing from a lot of different people in social media and text that are talking about this feels like it's the apocalypse, or it seems like it's too much to handle. I'm personally having a hard time processing everything that's happening.
Well, this situation is so unique, and like I said, the last time we can compare this to any other situation was over 25 years ago with the riots in '92. But what is happening, and what I see here, is that these arrests are too little, too late. It tells you one thing, Alex and Christine, is that the law enforcement do not have the resources to handle all these areas. And so now you find them at the end of all the looting in Santa Monica issuing citations for violating a curfew. That's just a fine. All the big ticket items, the loot, fires, they didn't have the resources to go after those individuals. So that sends the wrong message to those criminals who are out there. If you go out and loot, you might get a ticket for violating curfew. Wrong message.
Leo, as we're watching this, as it's starting to be nightfall here on a Sunday night here in our great city, how do we eventually bring calm? Is it just time? Is it a greater show of force? I mean, when you have the sheriff's department there coming with that water cannon, that seemed to change the picture. The National Guard might change the picture. How do we get calm in our city?
Well, I want to say this. I know Fox 11 has done a great job of just reporting. But again, and Alex did an outstanding interview with the Congressman Bass, asked the right questions. Look, this is not a Democratic or Republican issue. This is an American issue. And there should be no critique of the president on this. We should be working together, Democrats and Republicans together. And so, Christine, in essence, to answer your question, until there's a mindset of unity among political leaders, we should move forward, because that interview that Alex did shows that there's division. And like I knew, there's a lot of Trump supporters watching and the country as one.
Meanwhile, Leo, I just want to point something out. This is so disgusting. There are people literally coming out, mugging for the camera, taking selfies, having a good old time with that car burning behind them. And sort of taking advantage of this moment of, I guess we call it selfie anarchy, or whatever's going on there. And just like sort of the strange mindset that people seem to just have gone crazy.
And the reason is very simple. They don't fear reprisal. They don't feel that they're going to get arrested. They don't feel like there's no punishment. You know, the greatest part of our legal system and our criminal system is to have a deterrent effect. And I will submit to you, the last 2 or 3 days, the viewers are watching, there's no deterrent. So therefore, people are taking liberties, breaking into stores in broad daylight on television without any fear of incarceration.
And just some more information. A friend of mine who lives in Santa Monica, who actually drove past that, is giving me firsthand display about that car that we were looking at. He says that the car on 11th and Broadway crashed about 30 minutes ago. No individuals were there. Someone must have set it on fire. The people in the area think that it may have been stolen from the Audi dealership. There's an Audi dealership that's literally at 11th and Broadway, right there. It's 11th and Broadway or 11th and Santa Monica, right there. And it's possible somebody stole it, crashed the car, and then the car caught on fire. So that's some unverified, unconfirmed report. Just a friend of mine that I know that lives right there that passed by it and was giving me firsthand information. All right, Leo, back to you.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it shows the inability of the law enforcement to deploy resources throughout the entire city. You see this tremendous mass of law enforcement issuing citations, and yet your description of this potential Audi vehicle being stolen shows that they don't have the resources to cover the entire city. The thing that bothers me and scares me when I go to bed tonight is, will this occur tomorrow? Will this occur Tuesday? Mm-hmm. When will this be over, as Christine originally asked? And I think it's a lack of support. We need more National Guard to provide that deterrent effect.
You know, you talk about tomorrow on a normal day, a normal week, a normal month, a normal 2020. A lot of people will be going to work the next day, or to school perhaps, or to summer camp, something to do. So many have been at home because of the pandemic. Where do you think the whole pandemic and what we've been through plays a role in this and people's thinking?
Christine, this is a moment of total confusion as to what is the appropriate next step. We just gone through a pandemic. We talked about social distancing. It didn't occur over the last 4 or 5 days. What type of risk would a family who's been watching this and who has been sheltered in place